The name of the brand is Jornetics, but my real name is Jordan. I made this YouTube channel to make longer content that's more purposeful, more intentional, and actually impactful for you guys. The reels are nice, the shorts are cool, but I wanted to make some real shit that made sense. You feel me? So here I am. You need to move with intention. When I was younger, I used to just wing everything. I used to, even when I was in school, I would just grab pieces of paper, throw them in my fucking book bag, zip it up, go home, go to sleep, not do the fucking homework, go wake up the next day, lose the fucking paper, and wonder, damn, why are my grades shit? I was fucking unorganized. I was messy. I was winging everything. With everything. Even my workouts, winging it. My fucking diet, winging it. And I wasn't where I wanted to be, bro. Even with self-improvement, self-development, whatever the fuck it is, I was winging it. I was not doing what I needed to do. And that shit fucked me over, right? But I came to realize that you have to set intentions. Once I set intentions, my entire fucking life changed, dog. I actually understood what I wanted. Look, my grades were shit, and the thing is this, right? When I was in school, I was like, why am I learning this shit? I'm not learning this shit for a fucking reason, right? I was like, I want to be a fucking coach. I want to be a fitness coach. I want to bodybuild. I don't need to do this shit. So I dropped out. And then once I did that shit, I was like, all right, how do I do this now? And I just started working on it. You know, and now I coach people in person because I didn't need to go through the extra steps of just winging shit. You see, winging it is beyond like, oh, we're just going to go and figure it out. I mean, it is that. But winging it is truly just working without a purpose. That's the main thing that fucks most people over to this day. They lack purpose, right? When you lack purpose, you allow anything to happen in your life, right? Certain things, most things in life are pretty much unavoidable, right? But when you actually have a fucking purpose, that's when everything can change for you, dog. When you have a purpose, when you move with intention, when you understand what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how you're gonna do it, you're gonna get to where you want as soon as possible. I used to be skinny as fuck. In the same living room, I was just doing random workouts. I was just doing whatever. It was still good to get started, but I was winging shit, and that's not the best thing to really do, right? I would grab a pair of dumbbells, do like 100 squats, do some push-ups, and then repeat the other day, right? And it's like, bro, that's no schedule, that's no split, that's no intention. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're just winging shit, dog. And I was wondering, I'm getting a little better, but I'm not really making progress. I don't knock doing shit for fun. But if you're somebody who actually wants to make progress, what I've come to realize is setting intentional goal markers, setting intentional needle moving activities for you to do is the number one thing you can actually grow. A lot of people think showing up is enough. And now showing up, even though showing up is good, you have to do the shit that's important. You have to do the needle moving work. You have to do the needle moving work. Once you just stand stagnant and do what you want to do without actually doing the hard shit, you're going to fuck yourself over. I promise you, you're going to fuck yourself over. Every time, for a year, I used to work a security job, right? While I was coaching people privately, I used to work a security job. Now I coach people in the gym. I used to work a security job, right? And I was just stuck in a routine. I was also a lifeguard and security at the same time. I was just stuck in a routine of gym, work, gym, work, gym, work. But I wasn't going anywhere. You see, I was busy, but I wasn't productive. Busy and productive is different. Busy is productivity without a purpose. Productivity is busyness with a purpose. You can fill up your brain, you can fill up your time with as much noise as you fucking want. But if you're not purposeful, intentional, and you understand what you're doing, why you're doing it, and how you're gonna get it done, you're just wasting your fucking time. Now, it's possible that you can learn shit along the way, but you have to find your fucking purpose in this life. Period. Right? You have to find you have to find your purpose. A lot of people that I fucking know are purposeless. They don't know what the fuck they want. They're gonna let any outside influence tell them what the fuck they should do, why they should do it, and they're gonna be like, okay. And then fucking, bro, if you move with purpose, your entire life changes. You can't be a drifter. That's the name of a person without a purpose, without intentions, without actual direction. You have to make the decisions now today to understand what you're doing it, why you're doing it, and who you're doing it for. Because without it, you're gonna be fucked, you're gonna be lost, and you're gonna be overtaken by whatever the fucking world wants to do to you, bro. And that's why a lot of people out here are fucking lost, bro. Every time I go outside, I see motherfuckers doing shit that they don't want to be doing, but they think it's right because everyone else says it. They don't have they don't have minds of their fucking own. They don't want to do it. I used to be the same way in fucking high school. I used to be the same way in high school, bro. I did a lot of shit I didn't want to fucking do, but I did it anyway because I didn't understand the purpose of all it. I didn't understand my purpose. I don't understand my purpose. But I understand, oh, this feels good. This is nice. Huh. All right. And then pleasure becomes your life. Pleasure becomes your fucking life. Once you start drinking all the fucking time, when you start doing drugs all the time, when you start fucking with multiple women, too many women at once, bro, you're gonna fucking harm yourself, dog. And that's a clear indicator. Anyone who is like that, it is a clear fucking indicator that they don't have a purpose, bro. And that's it's fucking sad. And I was there, and I've been there. The moment I started moving with purpose, my life changed. Now I have my dream physique, right? I used to be bigger. I toned it down. I used to be I got my dream physique, right? I came from 0 to 100. I went from 0 to 100 because I moved with intention, right? Let's say I started my fitness journey with weights 5 years ago. I wasn't really dialed for maybe a year and a half. I like to say 2, but I was really dialed in for a year and a half. When I understand, I just changed my mental framework to moving with purpose and intention. I wanted to get big. It's a difference. You want it, but you gotta know how to get it. You gotta know what you want, why you want it, and how you want it. Once you figure out those 3, it's only a matter of time for it to tell and God to give it to you. Once I realized, I was like, I want to get big. All right. How am I going to get there? All right. Wait, why do I want it? Okay. All right, cool. Here's how I do it. And then you just fucking do it. Because let me tell you something. The information's out there. You just have to go out and attack it. You have to go out and get it. You have to be purposeful with every movement. I'm not one to knock leisure time. I understand that there's time to relax and just dial it back and chill. But that should also be intentional. That everything is intentional. You should have, when you're working out in the gym, you just stop mid-set and be like, I'm just gonna chill. No, you take your set to failure and then you go rest. That is an intentional rest. So you can actually go harder the next time. You don't treat your entire life like that. You don't just half-ass it and then be like, oh, I'm just gonna chill. No, all right? And another thing that I see amongst my peers is that they do the shit anyway. They do the work, right? You take it to failure. Nice. I'm gonna metaphorically, you take your set to failure, and then next week you put on the same weight. Take your set to the same amount of reps you did earlier on the week prior. And the next week you do it again. And it's like, bro, you're doing the same fucking weight. It's not challenging anymore, but you're still telling yourself that it is. You're not fucking benefiting yourself at all. You're not. It translates to everything. It translates to everything. You have to level yourself up. You have to put yourself through challenges to intentionally, purposefully level up. You have to. If you stay stuck, if you stay stagnant, if you stay without a purpose, you're fucked. Because the moment I did, my life changed. Now, that's the first step, moving with intention and moving with purpose. But think back to when I said that they keep doing the same challenge, they keep doing the same way without upping it and not challenging themselves, bro. The beauty is in the failures. A lot of people without a purpose go through life without failing. Bro, you have to fucking fail. You gotta fuck up. If you're not fucking up, you're not winning. You have to fuck up in order to win. Unless you can maybe win you can get lucky, quote unquote, and then get one win, but then not know how to keep and maintain that win. So you have to fail to understand who you should be and what you should do to actually keep it, right? Even in the fucking gym, dog, the gym is an entire metaphor for your entire fucking life, bro. You have to fail the weight to get good at it. Once you fail it, you're gonna get better at it the next time you do it. That's the point. So it should be like that with anything in life, okay? Once you fucking fail away, listen, in every failure, there's an equal seed of opportunity. Now, the seed doesn't automatically grow into a big ass plant, a big ass tree, whatever the fuck it is. It doesn't automatically grow, but that seed is planted. It's planted and it's gonna water eventually and turn into fucking success. When you take your fucking set to failure in the gym, you're not stronger right then and there, right? You're not gonna be bigger right then and there afterwards. But you know for a fact that when you wake up the next morning, you're gonna feel a little different. You know for a fact if you keep doing that for weeks and months on end, you're gonna look a little different. You gotta train your mind. You gotta develop your mind to that, right? With anything in life. With waking up early, right? You may sleep in one day. Fuck, I did this wrong. Okay, what should I do next time? Okay, after I fucked up and I slept in. I've heard my alarm, went back to sleep. Fuck, what do I do next time? As soon as I hear the alarm, I sit up. So now the blood's actually flowing through my body and I wake up. Cool. Now that I sat up, I'm up, right? You learn from that. You don't just say, fuck, I slept in. Shit, I ain't good at this and go back to sleep. No, you don't do that. You learn from your mistakes, right? Instead of setting 100 alarms, you train your body to wake up at one alarm. That's how you do it. Oversleeping is something I'm trying to get better at, right? I always fucking oversleep, but I realize that's just another fucking opportunity that I can conquer to further strengthen my mind, so I can keep building my body and building my life. That's all it is, okay? To wrap it up, dog, move with intention and fail with a purpose. Once you do those two things, man, you're gonna have whatever life that you want. You're gonna look the way that you want. You're gonna have the power that you once had back to you. Because it pains me to see everyone that I know out there lost, doing whatever the fuck that they think they should be doing when it's not helping them. And all they need is all I needed at the time, all you may need is a fucking purpose.